So welcome everyone, it's Mark Joseph here, and welcome to the third day of the Self-Love and Mindfulness Challenge. As you can see, I've been busy on the back wall here. I've got my three little butterflies, which symbolized 3 days. 3 days, and butterflies are a wonderful symbol of transformation. And, you know, they say the butterfly effect is when a butterfly flaps its wings, it causes a hurricane on the other side of the world. Now, of course, I don't believe that, but I think the analogy is just a little bit of something in your day can have a major, big effect, okay? Yeah, some of my colleagues that want to attend the sessions but have work commitments, oh, I don't think we'll have any more challenges like this in the near future. I'm guessing only next year, because this goes on until the 30th of October. And then there's, I don't know if there's much planned after that. But thanks for the question, and encourage your colleagues to join. You know what? At this time of year, this is priority. You are priority. Yes, your work is important, but give yourself permission to be here. It's not a lot of time. What is 30 minutes? 30 minutes of your time? It's really okay, right? So tell them to come. Tell them, hey, do you love yourself enough to give yourself 30 minutes? So we're on session 3 today. And yesterday, the home practice was to clean up your desktop on your computer, make a postpone folder and put everything in there. I don't know, maybe you want to carry on with that, but you don't have to. Also, maybe the postponed folder is in your mind, okay? Your mind is so busy with all these thoughts that you can close your eyes and just go, whoops, postpone for later. Yeah, and an affirmation. We had a few affirmations of self-kindness to ourselves. And then, yeah, make a stop sign. If you want to dance or something, put on some music, but make sure you got those boundaries going. And yesterday's session was really talking about boundaries, gentle boundaries. Remember that white picket fence? They're not the Gauteng razor wire with electric fence boundaries. No. Just gentle boundaries. And then the journal practice, okay? How are you going to create boundaries? And whom with? All right, so there are some people in your life that, yeah, you gotta, you know who they are. You've got to set like some gentle boundaries with them. So that was yesterday's home practice. And today we're looking at celebrating the wins, all right? Celebrating wins. So what personal win are you happy about? I'd love to know. Are you winning at your eating plan? Are you winning at going to gym or exercise? Are you winning at being a mom or a dad? Are you winning at being a great wife or a husband? What are you celebrating? You know, what are your wins? Are you winning at a project that you're busy working on, and you can think about, wow, okay, things are going pretty well. There's something going on in your life that's really good. And this is obviously linked to gratitude. So I'd love to know what wins. If you please pop it in the Q&A, tell me your wins, like be proud of them. Let's honor the things that you are winning at. Okay, the things that you are winning at. I'm winning at my challenge, this challenge. I'm loving this challenge. People are enjoying the challenge. I'm getting messages on my phone. Thank you so much for this challenge. It's already making a big difference in my life. It's reprogramming my brain. I'm starting to feel like, oh my gosh, I speak to myself so badly. I'm a bully to myself. Thank you for just running the challenge. Every time I log on, I realize that I'm worthy. I am enough, right? I'm worthy. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of happiness. I'm also giving myself permission to be here for 30 minutes a day. And that's all, okay? That's all. So I'd love to hear some of your wins. Will it cause the lever on your left move by the fluttering of the winds? The lever, it's not a lever, it's actually just a little, well, it could be a lever. It could be a lever. I love your imagination, and it's a little heart for your self-love, right? But it could be, I pull the lever and the butterflies fly. And you are very creative. I love the way you think. What a beautiful way to start the morning. Yes, yes. What are some of your wins? Celebrate your wins, right? Some of your wins, just to celebrate them. And think about it. We don't think about it enough. We honestly don't think about our wins enough. So yeah, I have this friend. His name is Lutz, and we had one night we went out. We had a few drinks, and then he said to me in a bit of a drunken state of mind. He said, "You'll never be happy if you're not happy." And I thought to myself, that's kind of a strange thing to say. I don't understand it. And then it took me days and days of just sitting with this quote, like, "You'll never be happy if you're not happy," right? And I realized that it's so true. Happiness is a practice. We have to practice being happy. We're not just going to wake up in the morning. Remember those silly Posturepedic ads where you wake up and the girl's like, yes, no way, no way. I mean, nobody wakes up like that. Who wakes up like that? Not me. I'm not a morning person. But we won't wake up happy. Happiness is something that we have to put into practice, okay? And that's why you're here, because we're working on our well-being and we're working on our happiness, okay? Yay! Someone started driving lessons, just popped in the chat. You're winning, eh? You're winning at those driving lessons. Yeah, winning, 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 winning. Good luck for your license. That's the next thing. Finally learning to ride a motorcycle. Wow, 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 wee wah. Brilliant. I ride a motorcycle. What motorcycle do you want to ride? Finally learning to ride a motorcycle. I love that. I love that. Winning at giving myself grace, forgiving myself for my past failures, allowing myself to fail forward and accepting that I'm a human being that is humaning. You're a visitor to this planet and you are humaning. I love that. Improve my Excel skills. Brilliant. Yeah, Excel. Gee, that's a minefield, huh? Being a mother. You're winning at being a mother. I'm winning at changing my lifestyle. That's a big one. That's a big one. Reprogramming our mind, working on different habits and different patterns. And that's, I guess, why you're here as well, right? We're working on the good stuff. On the good stuff, and you are the good stuff. You are the good stuff. Yes, you are. Don't you say anything other contrary about it, because most of us, we don't have a good plan, okay, to celebrate our accomplishments. People, organizations, we all tend to have this like on to the next mindset, but it's kind of contrary to productivity and efficiency, you might think, to relish even briefly on reaching our objectives. No, nothing could be further from the truth. Celebration is an important opportunity to cement the lessons learned on the path to achievement and to strengthen the relationships between people that make our future achievements more possible. So when I speak of celebration, I don't mean go out and party and get drunk with tons of tequila. No, not that kind of celebration, but to celebrate the events that encompass complex emotions as well as the pleasure and the joy in the journey, things that are going right. Celebrating small wins stimulates dopamine in the brain, which is a feel-good chemical. All right, and this reinforces the learning experience and strengthens our sense of connection to those that we work with. Change and growth are promoted through positive emotions more than disciplined practice. So celebration is an experience, and I guess in the workplace, it's most effective when we celebrate with our colleagues, like celebrate them too. Not only our good qualities, but their wins, a certificate, a gift card, maybe employee of the month, parking spot, all of these things create lovely Ubuntu and wonderful feel-good chemicals. And I want to just take us through some of these feel-good chemicals, okay? Yay, Ernst is winning, and a new diet of leafy stuff, salads, and an all-round getting ready for summer health. Good for you, friend. That's a good start. I'm doing the same. Here we go. So This is called dose. It's an acronym, dose. You know, like when you take a dose of something. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So dopamine enables motivation. It gets us out of bed. It gets us moving, okay? Oxytocin is the love chemical. Feelings of trust motivates us to build relationships, to love more, and more self-love. So when we practice self-love, we increase dopamine in our brain. When we practice self-compassion, we increase oxytocin because it's the love chemical. When we practice self-compassion, we encourage serotonin, which is also another chemical of happiness. And this is where we feel confidence. You know, if our self-worth is lifted through our self-love practice, we feel more confident and we accept ourselves more. And then finally, the other chemical is endorphins. And that is a feel-good chemical when you exercise and also when you have a good cry or a good laugh, okay? So it's cool. These chemicals, I've even got songs for them, okay? So dopamine, the get up and go chemical. Let's see, I can find a song for that chemical, okay? Here's, you know what this is? If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it. Yeah. There's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. Yes. Thank you very much, R. Kelly. That's a dopamine song, right? I believe I can fly. It's a dope song. Or what about Katy Perry's Raw? Okay, also brilliant. That's dopamine, like it's a motivator. And they say that dopamine happens even before we get the result, when we just think about it. All right. So what's the next one? Oxytocin. Oxytocin is the love chemical, is the connection chemical. Do you remember this song? Remember this song? It's an old song. Have you ever heard it? You can remember. Huh? Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Dionne Warwick, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder. That's what friends are for. I put that on and I think about my friends and I think about being friendly to myself. Maybe even giving myself a hug, and I release this feel-good chemical called oxytocin. Really great music, right? And then you've got serotonin, which is the confidence booster. And of course, there's no one better to boost our confidence than our own homebred man. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, Mendoza. I actually met him. Yeah. Makes you feel like you're at a wedding. So Kalagata means I'm the big boss, okay? I'm the big boss. So with serotonin, when we feel confident, we feel like we've got it. Like maybe not so much ego, but like, you know, I've got this, okay? And then endorphins is that exercise chemical. So you might find a song that motivates you and put it on, and today you're gonna dance, all right? There's another one here. This is a typical endorphin song. Yeah? Maybe that's your boxing song, you know, for your endorphins. But I just think, you know, working with music and you get all these chemicals, you can feel all these chemicals if you're working with great music. All right, cool. So let's come back into our little slide self-love story here. Looking at those chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin, some of the best chemicals that you can access yourself to feel good. And when I grew up, it was, to reinforce good grades, to reinforce good behavior, we were punished. We were punished for the things that we did wrong, okay? And that wasn't really the best model of education. My parents also punished me. So these days, it has changed, thank goodness, where children are rewarded for their good achievements. And their negativities are not really focused on as much as they used to be. And I think this is much better in terms of our mental health, positive reinforcement, because if you were punished as a child, you may have a negative self-critical voice going on in your mind, even at this stage of your life. So no one's going to change your mind for you. We have to do it ourselves. We have to speak kindly and positively to ourselves. Would you say to yourself the same things that you would say to your best friend that was going through a hard time? Would you? That's the question I'm going to keep asking. Neuroscientist Rick Hansen says that our brains are like Teflon, those non-stick pans for positive and Velcro for negative, okay? And he says that this is an ancient survival technique. We needed to think negatively, because if we thought positively, we wouldn't survive. Negative thinking helped us because we were always worried. We were always thinking something's going to eat me and eat my family. 10,000, 20,000 years ago, this was a big concern. But it's not a big concern now, right? It's not at all. But still, we're in a negative bias about people, about places, about ourselves. We'll look for the bad or the negative within ourselves, and we don't celebrate ourselves. I don't know, let me just blow up this balloon. It's good for the lungs, eh? Blowing up balloons. If you've had long COVID and your balloons are a little bit, if your lungs are a little bit finished like me, and my lungs have taken a beating, look at this balloon. Isn't that beautiful? Then I'm going to take this pen and a little exercise for you to remember. Maybe you can do it with your kids. All right. So imagine this is you, okay? This balloon. You're just this like amazing being of light, and it's beautiful and bright, but you've got a smudge on this balloon, okay? And our negative bias, what it does is it forgets about all of your goodness. And what we do is we focus on that, okay? And we get consumed with the things that we do wrong rather than the things that we do right, which is so much more. Okay, it's so much more. We can't even remember the things we do right because we don't even think about them, because we're so fixated on our weaknesses and our hang-ups and our mistakes. Okay? Why? This is no good. We need to rewire that and see the beauty of you and all the good things that you do, and then we can change that negative bias to an appreciation of ourselves and the things that we do and the things that we get right. So it takes work, friends. It's not just going to happen. You're not just going to wake up like this silly lady. I used to meditate, and I used to focus on my breathing, and every time my mind moves to something else off my breath, I used to have Mr. T voice in my head. Crazy fool. Remember Mr. T from A-Team? Crazy fool, sucker fool, you no good at this, fool. Okay? And then I caught myself and I said, no, I'm not a crazy fool. If everyone's mind wanders, what I'm going to say to myself is, nice, Mark, nice. When I notice that my mind has wandered, I'm going to celebrate the fact that I can bring my mind back to my breath and not feel crazy that I can't keep my mind on the breath, okay? So let's try that. going to focus just on our breathing. And as your mind wanders to something else, you're going to gently find it and say, nice, I'm so happy that I have found it. And let's come back to the object as if it was a little puppy dog. Okay, let's do that together. All right. Put 2 feet on the ground and your bum on the cushion on your seat. And we're going to take in a beautiful, big, deep breath, breathing in with me. And slowly breathe it out the mouth. Now, breathing normally, if you can, through your nostrils. And just keep your mind there at your nostrils as you're breathing. If your nose is blocked, then you can feel the abdomen, the breath in your tummy. And let's try focus on that spot and that spot only, okay? Relax your mind, focusing just on your breath. And as you're doing this, your mind will start to have thoughts about something else. You'll be distracted. And notice when you're distracted and bring your mind back to the breath. And then congratulate yourself. Say, nice, nice. And then we do this again and again. And this is how we build self-worth and self-confidence. By celebrating our little wins, even if it's bringing our mind back to the breath. We treat our wandering awareness as if it was a mischievous puppy. You would never hurt the puppy. And we just say, nice, well done. And we can add some affirmation for today. I will celebrate my wins. I'm proud of myself for all of my big and little wins. With each success I achieve, I attract more success. Today, I will celebrate my wins. I'm proud of myself for all of my big and my little wins. With each success I achieve, I attract more success. Taking in a lovely deep breath through the nostrils, nice, soothing. Hold for a moment and breathe gently out. Blinking your eyes open. Some home practice to do. Try the nice practice whenever your mind wanders off something. Maybe you're even reading a book and then you bring yourself back. Maybe you look at Facebook and then you're supposed to be working and then you go, oh, why am I doing this? Okay, cool, I came back, nice. I have a string around my wrist to remind me to stop, take a deep breath, calm my mind, think about what's going on well, celebrate what's going on now that's good in my day, my wins, okay, the little wins and the big wins. I encourage to play some music. I've been playing a lot of music in this session. Put some music on today, dance, and in that movement, and it's a power music, it's your power song, we experience dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, which are feel-good chemicals, and that's what you want. Why not? If you are journaling, which is a great practice, celebrate your wins. Write them down. Yesterday, what were your wins? What were the things that went well for you, okay? For you and perhaps for others. Maybe you want to celebrate others. Maybe you want to send them a message saying, well done. I appreciate what you do. And that will make you happier as well, because it's a beautiful thing to do. Wonderful, compassionate thing to do. Okay, so that's the home practice for today. Thank you for joining this session. It was wonderful to see you all again. Good luck with your day. It's Wednesday. You've got this. Celebrate the wins, okay? Because you are winning. It's so much. Just try and open your eyes a little bit more so you can see just how much, okay? Like that big, white, beautiful balloon. There you go. Bye-bye, friends. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to come.